Reminders, take a moment wherever you are to put away or turn off anything that might distract you from the richness of our time together. Also, if you're joining us today on Facebook, you can click the icon for closed captioning, and that will help if you're having any trouble hearing our service. And now it's my pleasure to welcome the Secret Seven, Marilyn and Bill, to lead us in our opening song. Thank you, Secret Seven, for being our musical inspiration today. Welcome to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. I am Marilyn O'Leary. I'm a practitioner here, and I'm so grateful for each one who is joining us today, whether people are online or in the building. So together, we know that we can transform our world with the power of love and action. We are grateful today to the many staff and volunteers who are love in action today. Our tech team, our greeters, our food angels, the Spirit Bound bookstore staff, and our musical inspiration, just to name a few. We also have licensed spiritual practitioners serving us today. Kathy Mathiasen is holding the high watch from home, and Marilyn Kirk is here holding high watch and holding us in consciousness and prayer. Jennifer Harrison Sanchez will be our opening and closing prayer with celebration. And now we will begin with that evocation by Jennifer.
In this moment, I recognize the beauty and oneness that is here in this room and that expands out into the universe, to every being, every person. I recognize the richness and the God within. I'm so blessed, and I know that we are all blessed. The smiles on children's faces and the love in our heart, and to recognize the blessing in every moment and every day, and be at peace, and know that you are one and held and supported by the love of the divine. So grateful for this knowingness, grateful for the wisdom of today, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Jennifer. Here at the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living, we are anchored in the principles of science and mind and new thought, ageless wisdom. What we teach can be distilled down to 4 concepts. 1, we believe that there is a power in the universe and we can use it to make our lives better. 2, we believe that thought is creative, so we take care of what is in our mind and keep going back to the spiritual truth that there is only one power. We don't blame ourselves or beat ourselves up for thoughts that don't serve us. We simply replace them with thoughts that affirm our life. 3, we believe that everything in our life is either an expression of love or a call for love, no exceptions. We believe, number 4, we believe you are whole, perfect, and complete, just as you are. While there may be some thoughts and behaviors you want to let go of, there is nothing that you need to add. With that, we are so grateful that each one of us has chosen to be a part of today's celebration, in person or online. This is special because of you. And we especially want to welcome those of us who are with us for the second time. If you were here once and then you came back, that's pretty great. So thank you. Is there anybody who's here for the second time with us today? If so, would you raise your hand or stand? Okay, well, some of you who are here for the first time, maybe we'll come back for the second time next time. And if you are new online today, we want you to be sure to let us know who you are in the chat, and then go to our website and help us connect with you. If this is the first time you're with us in person and you're willing, please stand and let us give you a gift and remain standing. Anybody here for the first time with us? Would you stand? Thank you. Stay standing for just a moment, please. Thank you. And we want to say a prayer with you if you are willing. Just stay standing. As we outstretch our hands, we invite you simply to receive. We see you. We know who you really are. You are a unique emanation of spirit. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank God for you. Welcome to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. You may sit down. Now we have our vision and our mission statement. Can you please join me in reading that on the slide? Thank you. Vision, transforming our world with the power of love in action. And mission, loving all creation through spiritual growth and service, always staying true to our highest self. And I have a short reading this morning. My reading this morning is from The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes. But this teaching should not be confused with the idea that we can show people how to get what they want regardless. True prayer must be, "Thy will be done," but the implication relative to the will of God in this prayer is not a submission to the inevitability of evil or limitation. It is a knowledge that the will of God is always good. How do we know what the will of God is? We do not, other than this: the will of God cannot be death. Why? Because if we assume God to be the principle of life, the principle of life cannot produce death without destroying itself. The will of life has only to be life. The will of that which is infinite can never be finite. Everything then should tend to the expansion and multiplication in the divine plan. That is the will of God. It has to be beauty, truth, and harmony, as Troward says, as this is the true relationship of the whole to the parts and the parts to the whole. Therefore, we should interpret the will of God to be everything that expresses life without hurt. This seems to be a fair, logical, sane, and intelligent criterion. Anything that will enable us to express greater life, greater happiness, greater power, so long as it does not harm anyone, must be the will of God for us. As much life as one can conceive will become a part of their experience. And now we have some very special visitors and some special music. Do you want to come and introduce them? Would you come up and introduce them, please, Annette? Thank you. Thank you.
So we're blessed today to be visited by my relatives from the Pacific Northwest. So Siki Kadam and Siamuet from the Lummi Nation. You all know my passion and what I've been working on to free Skelly Chektanat from the Miami Seaquarium. And this is my family who is leading this, and they're going to start us off with a prayer song today.
Thank you. Hello, beloveds. We are honored for your prayers. Thank you. Tomorrow is Indigenous Peoples Day. And so we are here honoring. I want to just start out by sharing with you one fact. As you know, I was ordained with the Ministry of Astara, but I was also working for my ministerial license with CSL. And so this past week, I'm officially licensed as a minister with the Centers for Spiritual Living. So this is our inaugural address. So there's so much to talk about. And, the idea is that we were going to talk about money, and we're going to get around to that. But, the funny thing about money is that money is part of everything that is. Everything is part of the overall consciousness of the universe. And so I just want to start with reminding us that we are living in an age and a time where we are redefining and recreating who we are. We are redefining and recreating the world in which we live. And just the idea that we're celebrating Indigenous Day tomorrow instead of Columbus Day is an idea that we are shifting the consciousness of this planet. We are indeed shifting the consciousness of this planet to where we are no longer honoring the past, our hurtful past. We're no longer honoring genocide. We are no honoring conquering. We are honoring the healing. We are honoring and listening for the transformation that is occurring in the planet. We are listening for a shift in consciousness that brings us into the being of a new world. A world in which we, our people, and our children can live, love, create freely, and stand and walk in a warmer sun. That is the world, that is the transformation that we are living into now. So as we honor Indigenous Peoples Day, we find that we listen to our original people differently. We listen with an open heart. We acknowledge the road that we as Native American people have been through. I'm an enrolled member of the Hickory Apache Nation, and I'm honored to see my mommy's sister here, my auntie. She is my Shima. So good to see you. Yes, we are here honoring the fact that the Native people have been through a journey. We have been through a journey, but we are returning in this point in our journey to wholeness. We are returning to the true sight of who we are. We are returning to a world where we not only recognize that there is a consciousness and spirit in us, but there is a consciousness and spirit in this entire mother planet, on the entire Mother Earth. And every creature that flies in the air, that slithers on the ground, that walks on 4 legs or 2, that wings through the air. All of this is a consciousness that we are growing into our awareness of. And so as we realize this, that we are listening for the healing, we are listening for the returning, because not only are we as Native people returning to our true selves, the entire world and everyone around us, we are all connected in an unbreakable unyielding, innumerable ways. We are all one. We are connected as love. We are connected in consciousness. So as we are honoring this transformation, this transmutation, we are also honoring every single one of us that have been on this journey with us. And so we are listening for the genius. We are listening with prayer. We are listening with a higher intention. Listening not just for an acknowledgement of the past. And we do acknowledge the past because what do we know? That you can't heal what you can't acknowledge. We do acknowledge the past, but we acknowledge the past as something that is a place marker, and it is a place from which we are growing and healing and creating. So in our space as this, let's talk about consciousness. Inside each of us, there is a consciousness. It has been known by many names throughout all times. We have reached out to this perfection of being, known throughout time with many different cultures. Some may call it Babaji, some may call it Mother, Father, God, some may call it Shiva. Who are we addressing? We are addressing the idea that there is a consciousness that is a holder of all consciousness. All thought, all mind exist inside of this overall consciousness, the holder of consciousness. And as we are built in the image of this divine creator, we know that we are holders of consciousness, that we are the holders of something that transcends everything else. We are also the wielders of consciousness. We take this consciousness, this space, and we create the light without light. We create as light without light. And we also have the ability to create with our words and our thoughts and our intention, something that brings itself into being in the material realm. We have that power of creation because we are created from the consciousness of the divine. So that is one of the basic tenets that we teach with our thoughts, with our intentions, with our emotions. We create the world around us. We create the idea that for Indigenous Peoples Day, we are moving to a higher vibration in what we celebrate in this country right now. We create a higher vibration of what we celebrate in ourselves right now. We create a higher vibration of something that is coming into being. And I tell you, sometimes for those of us who have experienced childbirth, it feels that way. We are bringing something into being, and right now the universe is in the labor pains of bringing forth this world. And when we look around us and we look what's going on the news, we look what's going on in the world, we see the effects of what lower consciousness has brought us, and we know that we are the vehicles through which something higher is coming right now. So as big as the problem looks, that means that's as big as we expand, because there is nothing that is more important. There is nothing that is more powerful than the light and the power of divine within us. Is that, or is that not true? We expand because we see what looks like innumerable problems. We see what looks like a hurricane. We see what looks like possible nuclear war. We see dictators. We see corruption. We see the economy. We see whatever we see in our personal lives. And what does that tell us? It reminds us that we are the wielders of consciousness, that we bring into being, that we create with this power of the divine in us a better world. And we stand on that today. We are creating something powerful through us. It's not what we do, it's who we be. And then because of who we be, what we do is superpowered, supercharged. I believe in you can wear your cape if you want, but you are a superhero. We are the superheroes of spirit right now, brought into this time, in this place, in this moment, to bring light to everything we see. So we are causing that transformation. Are we causing that transformation? Yes. We are the vehicles, the space. That is who we are. What stops us from doing that? Yeah, you think you can't. The thing is that what is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. What is this substance? When we start talking about consciousness, it is something that we don't know how to measure, but when we wield it, we become the molders of the light that we brought in and brought it into reality. We become the molders of our reality. We become the molders of this consciousness. We become the molders of what is going on around us. We mold who we are. We design and mold ourselves in the image of love. We design and mold ourselves in the image of the highest ideals. So when we see a whole lot of not that, we just know that that's what is so in that time and place. But the Course in Miracles says that when we think about creating miracles, we are not creating a miracle. We are revealing it. We are unveiling it. There is a reality right now where there is a world where every child is fed, where there is pure waters, where our beloved ones in the oceans are roaming free, where we acknowledge the consciousness in all creation, when we acknowledge the consciousness and the love and the power in each other, when there is no such thing as an other, that who we are and who we live as is as one. That is the world that is existing right now. We are just revealing it. So what are we doing? We're not creating it. We are eliminating the parts in us that don't think that that's true. And see, the thing is that we can sit here in a moment and say, yeah, I kind of believe that. And then we look around and we start getting sucked in to what appears to be the appearance of something else. Because we have this experience. When we came on this world, we came on this planet, we were like little munchkins running around here. They told us that what this is real, and what you saw in the other realm was not real. That's what they told us. We've been conditioned to believe in the appearances of the material realm without realizing that what I just told you was a hierarchy of consciousness that starts with the consciousness, that starts with the holding of consciousness, that starts with the wielding of consciousness where we create, and then we start bringing things into reality and molding it. What is the lowest of those energies? The reality. And so we are here learning in this lifetime not to get sucked into what appears to be so. We are here in this life exercising, remembering that we are connected in one with a higher consciousness that operates at a vibration that brings the world into being. So we can forever give up being a victim of our circumstance. We can give up being a victim of limitation. We can give up the idea that there's not enough food. We can give up the idea that there's not enough energy. We can give up the idea that we have to be subject to sickness. We can give up the idea that we don't have enough money. Hello? We can give that up. And instead take on the truth. The truth is that Skali Chekchanat is already free. The truth is that our children already live in a world where they don't have to do drills for people coming into their school with guns. Their children are safe. We live in a world where there's enough food and water for everyone. We can live in a world where when you spend money that you're not causing inflation, you're just spreading the joy of prosperity. We live in that world now. Now, we've been talking about this for a long time, right? Yet we still deal with these experiences. Why is that? Part of that is that as we have lived from lifetime to lifetime, we have learned and been conditioned to believe in our experiences. We may have made agreements with ourselves. We may have some limitations. We may have some tendencies to self-sabotage. Now, this is something that we are unwinding within ourselves. How do we get to that? Let's talk about several ways. One is we can do the psychological route. Sometimes it's really important to know, I made up something. I made up when I was a kid that I was not loved. And so then that kind of sticks with me. And so then I start reviewing the world through this lens of I'm not loved, right? And so one of the things we do here in Science of Mind is we're constantly revealing that and putting it into healing. But we don't really know the things that are in our blind spots. There may be something in your blind spot that, maybe it keeps repeating itself and you're like, I don't know why that keeps happening to me. What do I keep, I used to, before I found Annette, I used to call myself, what was it? Julia called herself in Pretty Woman. She said she was some sort of, if there was a bad man within 50 miles, she would be madly attracted to it. Right. That, what is that coming from? When you see these kind of tendencies in your life, they may be something in your energy field. So what do you do with that if you don't know what it is? We're going to deal with that today. Because there's an actual alchemy of light that we can bring into our being, and we're going to just dispel them with light. That if there's anything in our aura that is kinked up, we're going to dispel it with light. If there's anything around us that we need to release, we're going to call on the light right now in our meditation, and we're just going to free it. It may be something that, as if you ever seen pictures of say like the Our Lady of Guadalupe, right? You've seen those pictures and how she has the spines of light coming out. Everyone seen those? All right, each of us has those. In pranic healing and in other esoteric, they call it health rays, right? So you imagine yourself being like a porcupine, and you can just have yourself filled with light and dispel all of those kinks out of your energy field. Okay? So we're going to do that meditation, because what we want to do is realize that there is no limitation to who you are. And so I want you to kind of think, before we do the health rays, I just want you to kind of think, is there something that I believe in that's no longer serving me? Do I believe that I'm a certain age, so I can only do this? Do I believe I only have X, Y, and Z, and I've only been able to do that, so that's the only thing I can do? Do I believe in other people's power? Do I believe in other people's power? Do I believe that some huge corporation is bigger than the God in me? Do I believe that negative politics are greater than the light of love in me? Do I believe that the hate mongering that's going on in the world has any power that's greater than the light in me? If there's any part of you that has bowed down to that false idol, bring it up in your heart. Remember, it is revealed to be healed. And by being healed, I mean just bring your energy to it, bring your thoughts to it, and we're going to surround it with light and release it, because we remember, what do we know? You cannot fight darkness with darkness. We can only fight darkness with light. And so we are divine beings of light. We are consciousness. We are the holders of consciousness. We are the wielders of consciousness. We are the molders of consciousness. That is who we are. And we are here today. We're not sitting in a mass, huge church. Why is that? Because this message is for the spiritually sophisticated practitioner. Right? Yeah. The babes drink milk. Adults eat meat. Sorry, vegetarians. I mean it metaphorically. This is the meat. This is the adult food of spirituality. My wife has given me the sign that says shut up, and let's move on. But so I'm going to go into the meditation, because, anyone who's smart does what their wife says. I say that all the time. That's why I'm still married, 18 years. All right, let's go within. Just taking a deep breath. We're going to take a deep breath and release. Take a deep breath and just release. Now, start drawing in light as you breathe in. Imagine you're a porcupine and you have light spokes coming in as you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, just breathe out through that. And just tell yourself as you breathe in that white light through every part of who you are. Breathing in, white light. Breathing out, white light. Just keep breathing that. Annette, can you hand me my dorje? It's in the bag. I want you to keep breathing. Now, focus on your brain. Imagine the front of your brain, the middle of your brain, the back of your brain, the sides. Just imagine your brain. And imagine those white spokes of light are surrounding your entire brain. Breathing in, breathing out. Thank you, dear. Any negative thought energy is dispelled. Breathing in white light. Breathing out white light. And your breath is coming in through every part of you. Perfect. I see a lot of yawning. You're releasing. Allow that. Any negative belief, the light dispels every negative thought form. Okay, release the brain. Go back to your skin. Imagine from every pore, you have white light. Now bring that in deeper. Your entire body, everything inside your body is filled with white light. I am surrounded by the pure divine white light of consciousness. Only good comes to me. Only good comes from me. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. And just relax your attention. Bring your attention to the top of your head. I'm going to say the mantra Om. And I'm going to say the mantra Om Mani Padme Om for compassion. So just keep your attention on the top of your head. Om. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Just let yourself go and release. I'm going to ask the practitioners to stand. You can stand wherever you are. You can surround the room. Lift your hands in blessing. In this moment, in this space, there is only divine consciousness. There is only love. There is only light. In this space, this most holy space of the Most High that lives within us, that lives as all of us together as one in this moment, I know that I am one with the divine presence. I know that everyone here is one with this divine presence. Anything unlike that dissolves into nothingness. There is no spiritual reality in which it exists. And in this place, I declare a world that works for everyone. I declare a global vision. I declare the global vision where the light within us perforates the entire world, that it surrounds Mother Earth. And we offer our hearts in love to Mother Earth. May she be calm. May she be at peace. May she be in balance. We bring our attention to all the beings in this world, in the other worlds, in the worlds above our head, the worlds below our feet, only light and love. We bless and send our light and our love in every direction. And we just allow this blessing to bless the entire earth with peace, with love, with abundance, with prosperity. We bless this center, every single person here. That the light be known, have miracles reveal themselves in every life, such that there is only joy and peace and rejoicing and gratitude. I call it good right now. And in this gratitude, I know that I release this word, this conscious word, into the law of the universe that only says yes. Yes, 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 child, it is done even now. I claim that knowing it is. And I release it. And so it is. Amen. Thank you, practitioners. I don't know where I am. I need to get back in my body too. All right. So what we are doing is that, it's time to share our abundance. That's what we're doing. All right. And for those of you joining us online, there are multiple ways to give your offerings and donations, and they should be scrolling across the screen right now. Yes, I see it there. And for those of you present here in the center, you are welcome to approach the podium to place your offerings in the baskets provided on the stage. So everyone's offerings are essential to our ministries, and we're sincerely grateful for all you can share, whatever the amount. So we will say our giving affirmation, and then we'll hear another song from our musicians. So our affirmation of abundance. I am abundant, and I give from my abundance. I am prosperous, and I give from my prosperity. I am blessed and I give from my blessings. My blessings of spirit are as abundant as the stars, and so I give and receive generously, and so it is.
Greets the day with joy and comforting. So much with laughter, oh, you make everything better. Ease my troubles.
So we know that as we give, we receive. So as you have given generously, you receive generously. So just raise your hands in blessing. And we bless these offerings, knowing that the generosity, that the beauty of this is just flowing back to everyone, that it flows back many times, that this is seed well planted, that the seed grows and grows to a mighty tree of possibility. And we even now realize the benefit, we taste the fruit, and we just know that it is all good and that it is so blessed. Amen. Ashe. All right. So the job now is to tell you all about our practitioners. So if you see someone with a purple stole, like Jennifer has on, or even you see Carmela, and she has her chaplaincy stole, Marilyn, you can approach them and ask for what we call a mini treatment, which is a prayer. So if you see someone with the purple stole, you can ask them for a prayer. I have to say, these mini treatments are amazing. I remember the first time I went into a Science of Mind church, and I had something that could have been something else, and I just had an immediate physical healing. Don't never underestimate that. So if you haven't gone for a mini treatment with a practitioner, check them out. Have them pray for you, even if it's something you're happy about. Just get that prayer. So the practitioners are here. We also have a prayer request box at the back table there by the pictures, and prayer request forms are by the box. So you can, there are also prayer request forms on the seats in front of you. Also, if you go online, on our website at Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living.org, and you click on prayer request on the top of the screen, you can put in a prayer request that way. And I've been part of the prayer request team for years. And so we get the notices when people ask for prayer, and we go into a treatment for you. So those are for you there. Now, it's been a joy to celebrate with all of you today. Before I know we're going to have announcements from Barbara, and then we're going to have a word from Annette.
Good morning. Norm is at a landmark forum workshop today, so he's not here. So he asked me to step in. They're big shoes to fill, but I'll do my best. I appreciate your message so much, Reverend Tammi. What I'm taking away is that I'm not creating. I am revealing and healing in the process. So thank you so much for that. Thank you to the Secret Seven, who have also been called the Sacred Seven. So we may be changing their name. We'll see. So we stand for Ukraine, for independence, peace, love, abundance, and positive developments. Did you know that there are people watching online? That there's Facebook and an online way to come here when you can't be here in present. So hello, glad to have you all there. The theme for October was finances. To support an abundant mindset, there's a 28-day program in the newsletter that you can click on a link and get some exercises to do that. Check it out. There's going to be a visioning and poetry group that meets. There are 2 sessions now, October 23rd and November 13th, 12:30 here at the center. For those of you that love poetry, love seeing, smelling, hearing, tasting, all of the things that poetry does, feeling, please join them. There will be a community meeting October 23rd, Sunday, right after church. Please stick around and come to our community meeting so we all know we're all together in this movement forward. The Compassionate Ministries, thank you so much, Carmela, for heading that up. There are 18 licensed practitioners here at the center, and they also have a resource center. I'm not sure which direction to point. Back in that corner, in the practitioner room, there's all kinds of resources, things for like housing, health, volunteering, foster parenting, childcare. The list goes on and on and on and on. So please, if you need any of those things, please go in, see Carmela, or go to the practitioner's room. Recurring events, A Course in Miracles meets here Thursday and on Zoom. In person, 6:30 to 7:30. Nancy Bowers isn't here today, but she leads it. Our Board of Directors or Board of Trustees meeting will be the 3rd Sunday on Zoom from 5:30 to 7:30 in the evening. And then on Saturdays from 8:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning, Food Addicts and Recovery Anonymous meets here and in person. So those are all the things going on in our community. Please join in, stay involved. And as Norman would say, and that's it, live from New Mexico, Sunday morning announcements.
Thank you, Barbara. You guys might have seen a very large totem pole outside, and I introduced my family a minute ago, Sikikadam and Siamuet and Junior. They're here on a totem pole journey with the chief's pole, and it is honoring the Lummi late hereditary chief, Salik. So after service, before food, yes, I said before food, please join us outside for a Totem Pole Blessing. Sikikatam and Siama will lead us in that and tell us a little bit more about that. But just want to make sure you're all, I'd like all 40 of us out there, 80 some hands touching the pole for this blessing. It's powerful, it's beautiful. So please join us outside as soon as we finish the closing song. And I think next is
Jennifer doing the benediction.
the benediction. Thank you. And then we'll have our closing song and then we'll see you outside. Thank you guys.
I'm filled with gratitude. Gratitude for the knowingness that this world has everything that everybody needs and wants and desires, and that the trick is for us to just reveal that for ourselves, for our neighbors, for those that we love, for those that we care about, for the causes that we care about. I'm so grateful for the knowingness that this Mother Earth has all the wisdom we will ever need. Grateful for our elders. Grateful for the indigenous tribes of these lands and the lands abroad that have known from the beginning the wisdom, the rites of passage, the truth, the answers. Grateful that this wisdom flows through all of us today. Grateful for our guests. Grateful for the totem and what it represents. Thank you all for being here. And so it is. Aho.